We're talking everything from House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 5. We're going to give you our reaction and breakdown. We got cats, we got a game of chess, there's a dragon missing, and then like the grossest Last Supper you've ever seen. All that and more on another episode of Unbinged starting now. Welcome into Unbinged, podcast that shows movies and news you love to binge. I'm Alfredo Brown. I got Jagger, and Matt Kopfhamer with me. We're going to talk everything from this latest episode of House of the Dragon, but first, spoiler warning.
This is your one and only spoiler warning for House of the Dragon, which is a Game of Thrones production. So if you don't know what that is, catch up.
Yeah, you tell them, Koff. You catch up, you bastards. Welcome
it's
into
only
the
13
show.
seasons.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Sam.
Do it now. Guys, end of this episode. We were just talking about it before we started. We're like, you know what? Turn on the mics. Let's do this. Jag, your first question was, I'm confused because who are those people? Why are they the traitors? And who just killed them?
Yeah, way to put me on blast about
Sorry,
that.
dog. Well, so I think there's definitely going to be people in here that I have my own questions that I'm going to ask Koff like straight up because Koff apparently is also George R.R. Martin. But like, I think there are going to be people that are watching this that are going to have questions as well, because this episode just had so much. It was so jam-packed. There was a lot going on, but also nothing really going on. It was really, truly a bridge episode to get us to whatever the next thing is in this season.
And now this isn't a complaint, and this could have been just me, but right now this plot line within the castle is interesting at parts, but it's a little bit, it feels like Cartman breaking down the Patriot situation where it's like, no, you didn't follow the rules, blah, 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 you know, and it's like, no, you broke the rules, and so I broke the rules, and I'm just confused at who is backstabbing who at this point, you know?
Everyone.
And that's why I was like, traitor. I'm like, they're all traitors. They're all traitors to their people, you know, like if you really want to think about it.
And I can see why you'd be confused by that. So quick little recap of what happened at the end. So Daemon goes into the Gold Cloaks or the City Watch's barracks, finds it like desolate, and then finds like all the captains dead at a table with the Feast of Traitors written behind them in blood. So the perpetrators of that are the people that Ormund Hightower is paying inside King's Landing to sow dissent. So he has his own little traitor cell in Rhaenyra's court to cause dissent and chaos amongst her own people. And they are then turning around and calling Rhaenyra's people traitors to Aegon and now Daeron Targaryen, who Ormund is proclaiming the new king, since Rhaenyra had the bright idea of saying, hey, Aegon and Aemon are both dead right now, which we know is not true.
And it works. It is the oldest play in the book. Like, politicians now do this. Sow fear, so all kinds of just like confusion, so that you end up with people going like, I don't know who the bad guy is. I'm just scared. And then they're like, oh, that person up at the top, they're the one that's going to save me. And what Ormund is doing right now is it's work. He is literally playing the game of chess that we see him playing with Daeron, but he's actually winning this one.
It's like, this is Rhaenyranomics and her open border policy doing
trickle down Dragonomics.
Trickle down Dragonomics.
The irony of that, though, is something that George R.R. Martin points out time and time again in the story, is that it doesn't really matter who sits the Iron Throne when it comes to the small folk. The small folk just want to know that they're not going to die every 6 minutes because somebody's trying to take over the throne again.
That's
so it really doesn't matter
traitors.
who's at the top. Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, who sits the throne doesn't matter in your daily life if you are starving to death.
Bro, those fucking cats at the end were traitors too.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking everybody's a traitor.
Hey, the sun said you are a rat, nigga.
Anyone that owns a cat knows that loyalty lasts about 10 minutes after you die, and then they start snacking on your
Oh my God. Was that you guys I was talking to about this? Like, that's been everywhere. My wife and I talked about that too. Like, when you die, your dog will hang out with you and be sad. But if you die and you have a cat, that cat's gonna fucking eat you.
Respect, dude. You guys know how I am. I love a pragmatic motherfucker. Like, Ash is cold-blooded. You know, she's like, hey, I gotta eat. A girl's gotta eat.
Kiva's like, oh no. Ash is like, all right, when's dinner?
Yeah, you dumb bitch. That's why you're gonna die first. Then I'm gonna eat you.
Ash is like, I got at least a couple of months of food right here.
Oh.
Guys, before we go on, I just want to remind everybody, you got a bunch of ways you can enjoy this show Unbinged. First, right here on YouTube. If you're watching this, comment down below with your thoughts on the episode. Make sure you like and hype this video if you're watching on mobile. If you're listening over on Apple or Spotify, take a second to leave a 5-star review. As independent content creators, that helps us continue to grow, get in front of more eyes and ears, and we can bring you guys all kinds of new content. Every Sunday night or Monday morning, we will be giving you guys the House of the Dragon review after each episode, and then every Thursday night, right after the episode airs on Apple TV, we will be bringing you Silo Season 3, and we got a bunch of other great shows that are coming up as well. Ted Lasso, Lanterns, a bunch of other things that we'll be covering as well, so make sure you are with us for each of those. Now, guys, where do you want to start from here? After, I mean, I know the ending was crazy, and the rest of the episode, though, not quite as crazy. What's the thread you want to pull at first here, Jag?
I want to stick with crazy Kristen Cole's ass.
Good.
Like, that nigga is nuts. Like, he's on some Moby Dick type shit, bro. Like I feel so bad for Gwen Hightower. How Kristen Cole, how did you make me feel sorry for Gwen Hightower? Because
he's just like, I don't want to be here anymore, man.
For sure. Like, he's like, I don't want to be around anymore. He's just a Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy that he would kill everyone like that. And I guess at what point do you just say, fuck it, let's just kill him and we'll go home? You know, like, we've seen this before. If they were the Greyjoys, he'd already be like strung up and they'd be like, bye.
Peace. What's interesting about Kristen, right, is you get the feeling that he's been planning this course of death, if you will, since he slept with Rhaenyra. And since he had that stain on his honor. So for the last 20 years, he's been trying to find the right circumstances to where he can go out in glorious battle, as he puts it. Because he wants the songwriters to make a song about his bravery and how he is the realm's greatest warrior, even though he's a fuckboy idiot.
They're just going to write about how you that
fatal. Right. To be that fatalistic, to take out all the men that are with you is beyond selfish. That's insane. And like you said, Jack, I feel bad for Sir Gawain. Sir Gawain's like, man, this was all just supposed to be a game. We were supposed to win or lose and then go home. Maybe we die. That would suck. But I didn't die. Now I get to go. You want to die? What the hell is wrong with you, Sir Kristen?
There's no point. It'd be one thing, like, Gawain is like, if we were going to fight for real and, not plan our deaths and I died, hey, man, that's a real gangster way to go out. But if I go home, let me go the fuck home. Hey, and all right, a lot of black folks watch Game of Thrones. A lot of people of color. I need y'all to type in, don't you hate a motherfucker that all of a sudden gets assalamu alaikum when shit gets bad for him? Because, this dude was not Dornish up until this point. And then he's just like, now I'm unbound, unbid. I'm like, now you're Dornish? Now? Three seasons deep?
You get religious and Dornish.
Yes. I was like,
the mother must protect us.
This is when you got a group chat with the friends and the one friend gets super fucking weird and you're like, do we just stop typing in this group chat and create a new one?
Your drug addict friend that finds God and starts judging you. You're like, brother, I watched you murder a family. Basically.
Jag, what's worse? A friend that gets religion out of nowhere after being a fuckhead, or a friend that gets trapped into an MLM and is constantly trying to get you to join it too?
Oh, easily religion. An MLM motherfucker, they at least still party, bro.
Still go to the bar.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they may try to sell you some shit. You're like, all right, just talk to me tomorrow. And then you don't talk to him tomorrow about
it. Just don't go to lunch with them ever.
Yeah. You schedule their meeting and you don't go.
What was that? Advocare, right? We had a friend that was into that.
Oh, yeah.
Cutco guy here.
Cutco.
Yeah.
I had a friend trying to get me. That was the thing, right when everyone was getting out of high school and into college, they were trying to do side jobs. It was just the worst fucking thing. And you're just like, okay, so we're probably not going to talk anymore. Yeah. It's got to be real.
Yeah. That's Krista Cole right now, except what he's trying to imagine him on an MLM.
Everyone.
Yeah. He's like, have you ever tried suicide? He's like,
have you heard suicide's bad?
Let me show you. You cut your own book and your neck.
God, so many right now. I really want It's Always Sunny just to do House of the Dragon, but like do it Oh Brother Where Art Thou style, because
Oh
you
my
really
God,
could tell
yes.
this entire story with like It's Always Sunny. I mean, is Ormond as dead as
Yep.
when
Oh,
you
for
said
sure.
suicide? That's badass.
Frank Reynolds. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, man. So, all right. Anything else you guys want to add in there with Sir Kristen Cole?
Do we even
So
say
there was
anything? We
one
just
scene.
judged them and left.
I don't know how
There,
much else there is besides like, ugh, fuck that guy.
there was one scene in particular where they're crossing through the like the mud or the marsh or whatever,
Yeah.
So
and you
as
could
we're the
see
river
the
people,
soul.
the mud people.
Yeah, but there, you could see the soul go out of Sir Gawain when he gets the leech on his thigh. And he's like, "This isn't fun anymore. Like, I want to go home." And then he just looks over at Sir Kristen, and Sir Kristen's like, "Keep going, bitch. We're not done." And that's when you could tell that was the moment that broke Sir Gawain's spirit, and you could tell he was going to leave before the end of the episode to peel off from the main army and go home.
Yep.
This storyline is so weird for me, and I might be in the minority on this. I'm not interested in it at all because I'm just like, dude, just hurry up and die then.
I wish it was in an episode, man. Like this is this is a complaint that I have with House of the Dragon, because I have the same issue with Aemon. I need hunt them, get out. I don't need you to drag it out. I don't need a whole
Don't
fucking
Luigi's
anime
Mansion us
arc.
for 8 episodes, man.
Yeah, it's like I don't need a whole ass anime arc and a movie. Like just get it done. Just say, hey, Krista Cole snapped. And a lot of fuck shit happened. Then he died, and make him go out like a gangster. But this has been what is this episode 5?
Episode 5.
This was a 2-episode arc,
Five of eight.
my guy. You
5
know,
of 8.
yeah,
I was
Yeah.
fully expecting by the end of this episode we would have seen Sir Kristen die. in
Die.
some
Yeah,
manner, somehow.
what was the point
So
in
to
not
drag
showing
it
that?
out, right? So for them to drag it out, I'm gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna be anticlimactic, and I don't know if that's gonna be the purpose or not, because it should be anticlimactic. The fact that he is marching towards his own ultimate death, but to drag it out like this doesn't feel like the right way to adapt this story.
This feels like, and they're not close in the same level of quality, but a lot of these shows like Rings of Power, Witcher, where they go wrong on so many things is they want a character driven show, and they don't know that a character driven show still needs a plot. It's just character focused. And it's just like, what is your purpose in structuring your story in this fashion is because what I'm saying, it's like, okay, so we're going to spend more time on this moment that we could have just ended a good episode with a character death, be very climatic, something that it feels like, man, I can't wait to see what happens next, to take away from what I want to see, which is a Battle of Tumbleton. Like, I want more time on that. I want more time here, but we're going to drag out Aemon learning. What the fuck did Aemon learn? I don't know. Don't fuck with witches.
See, I think the problem is I think that's just an HBO thing. I think that's a network thing, is that you end up having these TV writers who become the high school kids that are told, hey, you got to write a 5,000 word essay. And they go, yeah, but I got like 2,000 words worth of thoughts. And they start just like using big words, stretching out sentences, repeating shit. And that's kind of what we end up with these shows sometimes, where you're like, oh, dope. 5th episode in a row where Kristen Cole's a sad boy and just trying to kill himself. Like, just sick.
Right.
And I wonder if it's about money. Like, it's you. What you're saying is right, but it's like, all right, man, I need you to get 8 episodes in, but you.
Oh, hell yeah.
The
They
money.
don't want a 4-episode season, or they got it.
Well, not just that, but like you have to get your action in, like right here. So it's like, fuck, we blew our load the first 3 episodes. So all right, let's run it back.
We need a slower pace to
Yeah,
save cost.
Yeah, let's go get what's her face to hunt some other blonde homie in the
It's their
castle.
happy medium. It's their happy medium where they don't have too many episodes that cost them too much, but then, like you're saying, they don't get like the overly action-packed episodes that are going to cost them even more with effects and extras and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what my biggest complaint for this episode is I guess you want to call it wasted screen time between the interactions between Missaria and Allison. I didn't really see the point of those, other than Alicent's trying to turn one of Rhaenyra's closest advisors against her, to her side.
I don't know that
Like
she
I
they
was
play both
disagree
sides.
there.
I
Like,
don't know
cause
that she was even trying to turn her against her. I think she was just trying to justify her own actions, I guess. Like, 'cause Massaria was actually just kind of annoying. She really wasn't even like a master of whispers, really. Like,
Right.
she didn't
That's what I'm
seem super
saying.
secretive. She didn't have a great poker face, like absolutely zero chill the whole time. She was just more kind of like a angry and dancing
aha,
servant. Yeah,
got
I
you.
gotcha.
Joan gotcha.
Yeah, Joan
Joan
got
gotcha.
you. That's
I'm not gonna lie, you
I,
scared the shit out of me.
I
Like
got you.
I jumped a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to
I
watch that
think
back.
I think that I like that it's another bee in the jar to shake it. Like again, I don't want to see more of this because I want him to go back to what we had with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones early on was really good at we don't need to see this character right now. There's nothing to see. We can just move the
Lord
fuck
Varys
on.
would be in the background all the time, pop in for 3 minutes, and we're like, that guy, he's doing something
He's
shicey
up
in the
to
background.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that no dick guys running around. Yep.
Yeah, I don't need you to give Massaria things to do to where I remember that Massaria is there. I will say I go to Game of Thrones. Oh, I forgot about that dude, and all it did was just surprise me. You know, like it wasn't like I was mad. I'm like, hey, you didn't show me what they were doing. You know, their day-to-day tasks. You know, it's like, I don't need to see that.
You mean your favorite part was it Alicent going, "The White Worm? I've heard of her. She had men scared of her." Like,
Is that your
really?
sand? It gets everywhere line for this episode.
Yeah, it just was so clunky. The fact, like her trying to sidle up next to her and be like, "We're, girl power, team girl power." It felt forced. It didn't feel natural. It didn't feel like Alan's supposed to be this really diplomatic, really charismatic character, and to see this clunky dialogue it's kind of grating. And I feel like it could have been better. So it's time served elsewhere would have been better.
I didn't have as big of a problem with it. I think it's more so that she's incredibly stressed at this point, and I do feel that every time I'm with Alicent. But that's kind of been her character's MO now for 3 straight seasons, is just constantly stressed and like constantly being the animal that's backed into a corner. And now she's quite literally backed into a corner where she's in this pathway where what does that mean? Like they opened the door, now they can't go back?
That's the part I didn't understand was, did it seal behind them? Like, just push it back open. You should be fine. Like, I get the one entrance was blocked, but the painting they came through should.
Is it a one-way door? And then of course Helena
know.
drops the torch with the cat there, and now, so they're like, obviously right now
fucked.
the way they're painting it out is they're fucked. Like they're just going to be stuck in this wall.
I almost wish they would play up the book more. Like, do the Queen in Chains. Fucking do it. Like, don't, like, they're everywhere around it, you know, just like touch the nipple. If you're going to fucking like do it, you know, I don't understand why we have this half effort. Again, they're trying to make a character driven story, but there's already a character driven story written, but you still need a plot, you know, like it just, I don't know.
If you had,
again,
if you had to like best put the plot, what's the plot right now?
The plot is this episode should have been focused on Ormund and Rhaenyra. You need Rhaenyra to start getting more and more paranoid, because this is the key thing here about Rhaenyra's downfall. You start seeing her like, ooh, traitors everywhere. That's the Targaryen like sickness that starts to get in, and she's one of the normal ones. This is normal, you know, heavy. Where's the crown shit, and that drives her crazy. Then you need to see this crazy nigga Ormund doing wild moves. Like, I want to see the chess move because I left slightly confused, you know, and again, like, I got it. It's not like I'm stupid, you know, that was just the one scene I even had remote questions, but that scene hits harder when you see the efforts of his labor. All you see him is like say one line, almost lose his shit at chess, and then hug Darren, and then like, look, I made a coin. And that's just not as interesting.
So weird. I just like the way you recap that as he loses at chess, just says fuck this game and throws all the pieces off, comes back around him, hugs him, and sort of like just embraces him. Don't apologize for winning. Look at this gold coin I made with your face on it. Do you
That's like, it's not any more than that. That's kind of the
Exactly.
dialogue.
I'm going back to last episode. He's got the Buffalo Bill traits like down.
He would eat
He's
him,
Dennis
Darren.
Reynolds.
If
He
he
is
could
absolutely
eat
Dennis
Darren and
Reynolds.
consume his powers, he would.
Yeah.
Like,
He
you know
would.
that. He doesn't
Yeah.
love him like that. He loves him in a very sick way. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves him as far as he can use him. That's what it is. Like,
but
he
it's a
is...
word you always use, Alfredo's. He's magnetic. So sorry, Cough. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, not at all. You're fine. Going back to what you said about Rhaenyra being paranoid, we got touches of it. We got very
Yes.
quick touches of it, and I feel like if we had spent more time this episode with that and really marinating in that paranoia and really showing her lose her shit, because let's think about the chain of events. Like, she has lost now 2 sons within what, 6 months, if not sooner. It's been a relatively short time. So she has, and she lost a daughter in childbirth. So all very, very fat, and her dad died. So all of these things have happened on top of one another. She hasn't really had time to process, and now she's trying to run a realm that is bankrupt because the treasure was stolen by the previous regime, and B, you have this like traitor cell causing chaos in your city. And how can you not be paranoid that there's
Yes.
like she says, like, there's this formless thing that is happening. We don't know what's going on in Tumbleton. We don't know where Aegon or Aemond is, or Vhagar, the biggest fucking nuke in the world, is just missing. So how can you not be paranoid? And to spend time instead with Allison and Mysaria or with Kristen Cole just felt egregious, when we could have spent it more with Rhaenyra, who should be the focus of these episodes.
A couple things. I think the thing that's got her scared the most is actually the fact that Daemon is the one that is pushing back against her, where she says, like, where am I back in time? Like, really? Now you're questioning me? I'm not even the queen anymore. She's feeling like the person that's supposed to be closest to her is now totally lost. So it's not even just that there's traitors. It's that she can't rely on anyone anymore, even the people closest to her, which I'm sure just adds a whole nother level of emotional despair that she's going through. And then, you know what, I'll say this is, like, I actually don't mind getting some of the other stories within the castle. I think I'm with you guys, though. We could have totally done without our witch girl, and
It doesn't move a plot. There's no
we could do
turning.
without
Too many
Aegon and
scenes with
Littlefoot.
them. Yeah.
That I disagreed here a little bit here.
Because
It's like
I was
the
on board
introduction
with
of the
them last week,
Lannister.
and this week I'm just like, okay.
Aegon's becoming king of the rats, man. Like, to me, I see the thread there a little bit, and maybe I'm wrong on this part. Because again, like,
I don't mean
I'm
kill the storyline. I mean do less. Like,
You
hit.
don't like Aegon killing the homie there a little bit?
I
That
do.
was fine.
I do, and
I
I've
did
actually been
like-
in on it. But I'm saying that if we're going to do an episode where we're going to focus more on Rhaenyra, let's keep everything within the castle and really hit the fact that we're worried about what's happening outside of it, instead of leaving the castle constantly to see, like, hey, what are Adam and Rhaena doing? By the way, I think he's trying to smash. And then, like, what's what Jagger would. She's technically his sister.
No,
No.
cousin.
Cousin?
No, cousin.
Yeah.
Well,
Who's
For
she's
Targaryen,
Corlys's
that's pretty
uncle.
distant.
Uncle?
That's pretty distant for
Uncle.
a Targaryen.
she's
She's
supposed to
Corlys's
be, wait,
kid,
she
right?
is supposed to be no. She is Corlys's granddaughter, and he is Corlys's kid. So that makes them cousin, second cousin, uncle, nephew, niece.
Oh, okay. Well,
so Alabama.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's all Alabama. Targaryen.
Sorry to listeners. in
They call it
Alabama. That was
Targaryen
uncalled for.
kosher. They can
Yeah,
bang.
it's Targaryen kosher.
Targaryen kosher. Like California sober.
But yes, exactly. But before I forget this, Cough, I think that's why I thought it was Rhaenyra at the end, because my brain, that's the better story right there.
It's
And
her
it
being
hit on
that
what you
paranoid.
said, Alfredo, right there, is like, she doesn't trust Daemon either. So she's like literally asking David, what can you do? I have Daemon Targaryen, the rogue prince who can literally do fucking anything, and you're doing fuck off for me. So she goes off rogue herself, does something insane. That's just a better fucking story. It is. Like, that's the plot. You could sprinkle in some Allison and Orwell. Get in, get off, get out. I just, and the reason why is, like, that moves a plot. That shows what Rhaenyra's downfall. I don't get how Allison Rivers, I don't get
Alice.
how her story moves the plot. How does that move the war? Besides, Aemon getting mad and killing people for what?
Specifically, she had what, 3 different scenes where it was the same scene repeated 3 different times, where somebody comes looking for Aemon and she's like, nope, they're not here. They either run away
Dormammu.
or
Yeah,
the
I've come to
last
March.
one is yeah. Or Aemon in the last one finally comes out and it's like, oh, you're feeling better now. So I guess was that them moving the plot forward? Like he's healed
Like
now.
they could have done the one final
Yay.
scene.
They
They could have
didn't
done
have
the
to do
one
the
final
stab
scene.
to begin with. They didn't have to do the
Right.
stab to begin or make. I don't know, man. Like some of the choices are nuts. I don't get that.
Right. Like you said, Alfred, if they had just done that last scene where it's her being like, I'm tired of it. Like, we get the context of, like, people have been coming to the castle for however long now looking for this motherfucker. We get it. All you got to do is the one line of, I'm going to go to the queen myself and say, stop it. Then he shows up, does his fuck shit. And then we end with, like, cool, he saved her, she saved him. Now I'm guessing something's going on there and we can cut away from it. We don't need the extra scenes. They could have been better played elsewhere, like showing Rhaenyra doing some crazy shit because she doesn't trust Daemon. Maybe this is where you could show her with Mysaria, being like, hey, send someone to follow Daemon instead of having Mysaria with Alicent. If you must have Mysaria in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of questionable decisions happen in this episode, and like you and I were talking about before, is I see it more of a bridge episode as opposed to filler. I don't think you really have filler when there's 8 episodes. Like it kind of has to be bridge. It just feels like some of these were just really small bridges that we didn't need. Like we kind of get the same thing. We've done this before with Aemon, where he's not that he's had these nightmares before, but like the way he's acting, where he called Alice mother, it reminds me a lot of the way he acted when he was in the brothel back in season 1, I think it was. Yeah. And so it's like we've seen this before. Like we're just gonna sort of regress here and have that happen again. I didn't need it.
My mommy. It's just like I get it. Like
Yeah.
we always see a little bit of incest in Freudian. I feel like that's a theme that I just don't need as heavy-handed. I get it, man. Everyone loves their mommy and their sister. I understand it. I have seen it.
So now we have a line. We know what too much incest is.
It's right here.
Yeah. We're looking at you, Targaryens.
Well, I
Keep
I
it
would say it was
Targaryen
last
kosher,
season.
man. Like I need you to be like at least second cousins.
Moms are off limits.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
Uncles.
gonna say-
Other people's moms, different. Your mom, not so much.
Stacy's mom.
Nice cough. Nice. We were talking about this before, bro. Helena's just fucking wild. I want to see the
I
moon.
need to see the moon
What?
right now.
We got the game. This like we got it. Is it magic or is it autism? Moon,
It's
autism.
Yes.
Aemond, magic.
Yes.
She's like, she's like, where's Aemond? Harrenhal. No, he's not. Yeah, he is.
We need to get the House of the Dragon bingo game going, where we just like see who can just fill up their board, man. Because just like Helena doing like a caterpillar, just dumb shit each episode.
Did you notice? So somebody last episode pointed out on Threads that the room that Alicent and Helena seem to be staying in looks very reminiscent of the room that King Tommen took his little nosedive out the window. And so when when Helena was like, I need to see the moon, and Alicent's like, well, we have the window, go look out the window. I half expected to see Helena take a little nosedive herself in the background when they showed her going up to the window. So I don't know if either one of you felt that too, or felt if that was being foreshadowed and I was wrong. Obviously, I was
That's a
wrong
deep
from the
cut, bro.
jump, but
Yeah, I didn't realize that was even the room. And it would feel very out of character for her to jump out like that after being so
Accidentally. maybe.
pro-life
Maybe-
in so
maybe
many different
falling-
ways.
Mhm.
just tripping out the window like fucking Mr. Magoo.
Yeah. Like I genuinely would believe that. Like her accidentally falling.
She's there. She's like, "Oh my god, a butterfly!" And just falls right out.
Yeah. I will
I will
say,
say,
and Allison
oh,
is trying to protect her at all costs, but like
She
it
is
is
really
is not hitting.
she's
Man.
willing to throw everybody else out the window though. She's like, Jahara, who cares? I don't care about my grandbaby. I just want to like. She is so focused on just her daughter. She is willing to throw everybody else out the window.
Well, it's you're at the
Quick
point where all
figured.
these heirs are problems, man. That's the thing. It's like the more claims to the throne you have, that's more problems. Those are just little
I
Too
think
black
at this
many
point
fires
she's
dicks
just
everywhere.
is
taking
always a
calculated
problem,
risk.
Jag.
Oh,
Cough,
did you
what'd you
say
say?
too many
This-
dicks is a problem?
Always. Too many dicks is always a problem, as we're finding out.
Hmm.
I haven't run into that. Wait. That
You always have just the right amount.
didn't sound how I needed it to sound. Anyways,
Phrasing.
Orwell, by the way, pulling up and using the great lady problems excuse to get into the room. And
Women, am I right?
no, he just does the thing that, like, even in this, you see that men get so uncomfortable. Where it's like, it's almost become the movie trope because it is such a thing in real life where we're just like, oh, yeah, I have my period. And men are like,
Period.
"Ugh,
Ick.
gross.
That's what I'm saying. He literally went to the guard and was like, women, crazy, right? And the guard's like, oh, right. Yeah, I don't want to fucking deal with that. Get in here.
Movies are almost making me like they would make me misogynistic if I'm in that role. I'm like, you ain't got no fucking period. You're just trying to like pull some shit on me. You're not gonna get me. And I'm just like, I seem like the biggest asshole on the planet.
Yeah, but Allison, she ends up drinking that little abortion in a bottle that's there.
She
What
chugs
even?
that shit all the time. That's just a Tuesday
Yeah,
with her and
that's
Krista Cole.
just the tonic, man.
It's called moon tea. And it clearly made her a little sick because, like,
Yeah.
we see her scene later and she's looking gray as fuck.
Just rough. But like, so it makes me. She really just seems like she wants to save just her and Helena, like you're saying. Like there's
That's
nothing
it.
else here. She's taking the calculated risks though. It's kind of cutting her losses and saying, okay, can we at least get out of here with our lives? One of my sons is supposed to be dead. Another one's just totally missing. This is all I've got left.
Yeah. Viserys squirted the most heinous sons that I could ever fucking have. And I'm just kind of done with
Good lord.
Squirted the most
Squirted.
heinous sons. It's not what I thought I'd be hearing.
Also,
Also,
it's
if you've been-
interesting.
Go.
So, sorry, I was gonna say it's interesting that Allison, to me, feels like the other side of Kristen Cole's coin. So Kristen Cole is on the like, I want to die to restore my honor, whereas Allison is like, I need to survive no matter the cost to my honor. And if that means I can take one person with me, that's Helena. That's my last chance to have a descendant who's not a fuck up. And I guess she's banking on Helena and maybe Damon or Daron if he doesn't die in Ormond's hands.
She's never lived a life. Never.
She's always been a pawn.
She was made a bride and a mother as a child, as a teenager.
Has she ever left like the Red Keep for anything other than like
No.
a tournament to just be, you know, like, look at me, I'm Allison Hightower, you know, the tits of the realm. You know, that's what I feel like they like all they treat these women as.
But that's what I'm saying with Kristen Cole. He's sitting here bucking against the system, saying like, I don't want to be in the service of these others of the kings and lords of just piddle away our lives. And Allison is the same, where she has been a pawn of her father, of her husband, of all these men surrounding her who have used her and the power that she represents for their own gain. And so now she finds this little moment where maybe she can have a sliver of her own autonomy trying to escape, and even that is taken away from her, ironically, by another woman.
I wonder if this event, and they really are slow playing it and almost too soft handed on it, where we see Allison be driven mad as well. Like they play up rhaenyra and Allison like this, and I don't mean this sexually at all, but like they flirt, like friendship flirt, like, oh, do we want to be best friends? No, we shan't. And then they like turn away, whatever. But like
We're frenemies. We're frenemies forever.
And then This is the final straw where Alice is just like, fuck Rhaenyra. Where, like, for real, she like throws away all honor. Because, like, Koff, I think you're 100% right, where she's becoming like a cornered animal at this point, and she's going to start
She's about to
biting.
start biting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Because you can see it in her actions becoming more and more desperate, and eventually that's going to turn into lashing out instead of in.
Mm-hmm.
What's lashing in?
I mean, that's when you implode on yourself.
I'm
Like
just fucking with you, man.
Drinking moon tea.
Moon tea. Yes.
this self-flagellation.
Aegon and Larys.
The
Larys,
softest, wettest boy.
yeah, he kind of pulled a good move. Because I felt like that was all he had
telling
left.
him what it was.
Yeah, just like you were a terrible king, but worse,
You're a whiny
you're a
little
terrible
bitch.
man. Like, just chef's kiss.
I actually want to continue with the boys parody here because I feel like this shows Larys' skill as a manipulator. How am I going to break this motherfucker to where he'll listen to me? Because he's crippled, but I'm still more crippled. And I've never been able to use a weapon or killed anybody. So I'm like, you know what? If I make him feel like the tiniest man ever, even my little foot ass can fucking put a heel on his throat. It's kind of genius if that's what he's doing. And at the same time, he is right. So it is 100% he's out of line, but he's right. Like, Aegon is a terrible person because I actually liked how they diverted my expectations because I'm like, are they really going to do the whole, well, the grass isn't always greener trope with Aemon and Aegon? That grass was obviously greener for somebody, and like, so for Larys to say, no, you're a bitch was very, very satisfying.
It was great.
It was great where Aegon's like, wow, my brother had more privilege than me. And Larys is like, bitch, you had so much privilege in and of itself. Like, what are you whining about? Like, you had every chance to be the dude, and every chance you got, you said, nah, I'm going to get drunk and whore
Mummy
around
loved
instead.
him more.
Which, hey, fair enough. If I had all the money and power in the world, I'd probably do the same thing. I would party and try to chase women too. Like, let's be real. But for you to then whine afterwards and say, I didn't have a fair shake, that's not it. That's not it, dude. You need to be like, It puts everything into perspective now that he finally got that verbal lashing from Larys.
Yeah.
And it finally puts him in his place of like, shit, you're right. I did have the opportunity and the chance and I squandered it. Now maybe I'll do better.
But. And it is Aemon's fault a little bit. It's both their faults. Larys said it, man. And this is a testament to George R. R. Martin's writing. Let's put it this way, in general, where, and maybe not, maybe it is a little bit the showrunners for framing this, but they really make me like people that I fucking don't want to like. Cause I'm like, man, you guys make me root for Larys. Larys, let me see them feet strong, because like,
let me see them toes.
Yeah, him saying it's like, well, it's Aemon's fault. You flew into a battle drunk that you weren't invited to. Like, I was like, oof, man, bars.
Bars.
It's like, yeah, maybe Aemon pulled his dragon and melted your face, but you shouldn't have been there in the first place. So that's kind of on you.
I mean, the way Larys is looking at this right now is like he's got nothing to lose. He basically has a gun that can't fire with Aegon. And if he can like get that gun back and working again, even if that means tearing him down like this, great. That's the way he's got to go about it.
Sometimes you got to field strip your weapon, clean it, and put it back together before you can use it. So that's what he's doing.
To be honest, that's why Aegon is the way that he was, because Viserys is just like, oh, not now, son. Learn High Valyrian, and then here's a Lego of old Valyria.
With my Legos.
Yeah, and then Alicent is just like, please just don't try to fuck me.
Not you too.
I just, I will say, I want to go back a little bit, because granted, this wasn't the most fun episode. I'm still locked in the season, and I'm still giving this chances. And I want to think about how Rhaenyra and all her choices that she's making are biting her in the ass, because it goes back all the way to season 1 of Game of Thrones and then book Jon Snow, for those that don't know, or actually show Jon Snow a little bit, where him and Ned Stark make the same things. When they are making these decisions, save for Tyrion, you're like, fuck yeah, that's right. Hell yeah, dude. Just like you fucking Bernie Sanders Targaryen, you know? And then after you see the backlash, you're like, oh no, like these were horrible ideas. This show does a really good job of like showing why, in a different sense, like communism isn't all good, why pure capitalism isn't all good. The same thing with all of their little decisions. You're constantly weighing the lesser of two evils. You're never doing all good within this universe. And I think that's incredibly fascinating.
What's really nice is this story isn't afraid to play around in the gray areas.
Yeah.
And show, like, yes, there could, like, a character like Laris, where we're like, ugh, he's a disgusting person, but every once in a while he makes a good point. And so if you can have a story that can really delve into those gray areas and really play around with some of these themes, I think we get some really, really great television out of it. And that's what we're seeing right now, is even in a slower episode, we get these really, really bright moments.
I think what it does is it becomes self-reflective, where you're asking questions of yourself because now you find yourself rooting for characters that you hated maybe a few episodes ago or in a previous season. And you're like, shit, how did that even happen? And really, like, what you start to realize too is, Jack, exactly what you're saying, where it's like they kind of have to play in this gray area because nobody wins. And like Rhaenyra's just bad at playing this game. She's bad at playing this game that it takes to be a leader. And this whole Rhaenyra Sanders thing, like, it doesn't work. Like, she can't be the queen of the people because the people don't actually help her get things done.
Yeah. And if anything, from Night of the Seven Kingdoms, this entire universe, well, the one thing that's been consistent, you get punished for being all good. You might not be punished for being all bad. It could eventually punish you, but making the 100% noble decision will get you killed. Either your brother's going to accidentally do it,
I
or
feel
your
like Jon
brother's going
Snow
to
was our only
accidentally do it.
guy that was like,
And he still died.
and he
And
died.
He died.
Yeah.
Yes. Like,
He
that's the
just
whole
had a
point.
magic witch lady bring him back. So that's
Yeah.
all.
And then book spoilers, we don't know if he comes back. And in
He's
the
still
book, it
dead,
feels like
yeah.
he shouldn't come back. You know?
If he comes back, I hope he's way different than he was in the show. Let's just put it that way. But going back to your point, Alfredo, the one consistent thing we can say, though, since the first season, the one change that won't happen is that we will never not say, fuck Sir Kristen Cole. I won't root for that motherfucker.
He can't even try to get redemption, man. I felt like he had a shot, and like, and he's
Wayne
just like,
threw him a lifeline. He was like, hey, come serve me at Old Town. You know, it'll be fine. We'll be buds. And Kristen's like, nah.
my people flung themselves off the boat. They'd rather see themselves in chains. It's like, now we're doing this.
After half our men are dead, you ass. Oh, God damn it, fine.
All right. When Jack's singing spirituals, I think that's when it's time for us to close this bitch out. We'll be back again next Monday with episode 6 of House of the Dragon. And of course, we're going to be back on Thursday for Silo season 3. That's going to be episode 4 we got for Silo. You guys are doing Odyssey, right? I won't be there for that.
We're gonna
you guys
try
are doing
to.
the Odyssey? Yeah. Okay. We're going to try to. So no promises, guys. But we're going to try to do the Odyssey for you this week as well. So make sure you are with us for that. As always, want to thank everybody for watching or listening all the way through. For myself, for Jagger, for Kopf. We'll see you next time. Adios.